Welcome to Travel Tech EMEA 2023, where the transformation begins. By becoming a sponsor at Travel Tech, you'll gain access to an exclusive platform to showcase your brand to a global audience. Here's why you should sponsor our event. Travel Tech provided knowledge to more than 167 countries. Travel Tech is the largest online event in the travel and hospitality industry, reaching the milestone of over 1,500,000 unique impressions in its events. Delivering to the world knowledge, free education, inclusion, and effective networking for evolution in the industry. Being an excellent means of showcasing your brand. Over 80,000 people attended our live events, generating more than 19,000 hospitality and travel-focused leads. Meet the sponsors of Travel Tech EMEA 2023.
In the bustling world of hotels, guests expect prompt, courteous service from booking to check-in, all the way to check-out. Meanwhile, the front desk is overwhelmed with emails, phone calls, check-ins, and guest requests. Introducing Guest Chat, a virtual assistant that helps your staff answer guest questions instantly via chat, 24/7 with a multilingual, fine-tuned white glove service. From booking to check-in, all the way past checkout. Join the revolution in hospitality service. Elevate your guest experience with Guest Chat today.
Analyze only a competitive set, or the total set. Study only prices, or 116 factors. Launch only one price, or 60 different ones. Do you prefer to fill only your accommodation, or your bank account too? Turbo Suite, the next generation of revenue management.
Welcome to the future of hotel marketing with HS Latam. Our self-managed, easy-to-edit websites are designed to captivate and convert visitors into customers. High-standard website with top 1 speed in the world. Elevate your online presence with our digital marketing solutions. Reach the right audience at the right time. Optimize your sales strategy to maximize revenue and efficiency. And with our advanced Power by Analytics, track your success and make data-driven. HS Latam. Transforming hotel marketing worldwide. Introducing Travel Tech Academy, a platform offering free courses designed to share valuable knowledge from the best professionals in the travel and hospitality industry. Our mission is to provide inclusive learning opportunities for those who may not have the means to gain qualifications otherwise. With Travel Tech Academy, you'll have access to top-notch resources and insights that can help propel your career in the travel and hospitality sector. Over 3,500 professionals have already taken the course on our platform, acquiring knowledge and improving their professional profile. Many professionals, through Travel Tech Academy courses, have managed to find better job opportunities in the job market. For more information, visit traveltechacademy.com. And to become a sponsor of Travel Tech, get in touch through our website, traveltechspace.com, or by email at geraldo@traveltechspace.com. Travel Tech, what else?
Hello everyone, welcome to Travel Tech second edition. Today we have our second congress today with the best, the cream, la crème de la crème, comme on se dit en français. Welcome everybody. We already have our first congress that finished 30 minutes ago. Today, we're going to have Young Lee from North Inside, Daniel Romero from Party Tech, Elena Mateos from Hotel SaaS, Eva Fayen, CEO and co-founder of One Connect. She will moderate today the sessions. Luis Martin, Vice President of The Edge, and Benjamin Quicktas, co-founder. Welcome, everyone. Just remind if you can drop your questions during the entire session, and you don't take more time from anybody from here. Eva, welcome. It's all yours. You can start. Welcome, everybody, to Travel Tech EMEA second edition.
Thank you. Thanks for the introduction, Vinicius, and nice to be with you all. So today we'll talk about navigating the future of hospitality and travel. So we have beautiful speakers today. It would be great to have a small presentation of you guys in your own words. Maybe Benjamin, you want to start? You'll be the first to go.
Okay, bonjour à tous. I'm Benjamin. I'm one of the co-founder of QuickText. Okay, we are virtual assistant for hotels. Okay, our job is to leverage artificial intelligence and common sense to help hotels deliver instant service to their guests, collect more direct bookings, and of course reduce the workload at the front desk.
Great, thank you. Looking forward to hear what you have to say about that. Young Lee, your turn, Young Lee for Lighthouse.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So thanks. First of all, thank you very much for having me, Travel Tech. My name is Yang Li. I'm the business development manager at Lighthouse, formerly OTA Insight. We very gladly we have rebranded our name last week. So a little bit about my background. I have in the over past 12 years working in the hotel industry, so in the different department and the sales. And also I worked as director of sales. Before I joined OTA Insight and then now Lighthouse. So I think so most of you have probably heard Lighthouse. So we are a leading commercial platform for the travel and hospitality industry. We are supporting already over 65,000 hotels in over 185 countries, including almost all of the chain hotels, global chain, local, regional chain, as well as a lot of individual hotels. So what we basically do, we transform complexity into confidence with actionable market insights, business intelligence, and pricing tools that maximize revenue. And also we are continually innovating to deliver the best possible tools for hospitality for professionals to price more effectively, measure performance more efficiently. And of course to enter the market in new ways. So in a nutshell, we try to provide those commercial platform to help the hotels commercial team to optimize your RevPAR and hotel revenue. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Yang Li. And over to Daniel Ugarte.
Hello, good afternoon to everyone. It's a pleasure sharing this roundtable with all of you. Well, I'm Daniel. I'm Director of Communication in Party Tech. If you don't know us, what we do is we help hotels and hotel chains boost direct sales. And we've been doing this for the last decade with our in-house technology, with our booking engine, revenue management tools, online marketing services, website design. It's a 360 suite for hotels. I've spent most of my career here in the last 10 years. In fact, I began here as a designer, website designer, and brand responsible for the brand of the company. Now we're not a company, we're a group of 5 companies. I'm still the brand director and communications director. So thank you very much, and a pleasure being with you here.
Okay, thank you. Elena Mateos from Hotel SaaS.
Yes, thank you very much, Satol, for inviting me to participate in this webinar. I'm Elena, and I'm the founder of Hotel SaaS. That is a marketplace for technology for hotels. I used to be an hotelier, and I know how difficult it is for the hoteliers to have time, to find time to get to know new products, new suppliers. They don't have time. And I was also a supplier because I was the director of sales of Beyond Price. Now it's called Beyond X. So I saw how difficult it was for me to get to know to get all the calls and with the hoteliers because they don't have time they didn't have time to receive me. So I decided to help the hoteliers and the suppliers to find themselves, and that's why we launched our marketplace in February 2023.
Beautiful, thank you. And last but not least, Luis Martins from The Edge.
Hello, everyone. First of all, thank you, Travel Tech, for the invitation. I'm Luis. I'm the VP of Business Development for Spain, Portugal, and Latin America for The Edge. The Edge, it's a travel technology company where we are focused on the CRS, digital marketing, and CRM. So basically, we have almost a full suite of products for the hotel needs, missing only a few parts of it, but actually I try to accumulate all the needs of the inside of the hotels. I've been in the Edge for the last 4 years. Before I was working for 15 years in distribution, working for an online travel agency for EMEA, Asia, EMEA and Asia basically for 15 years. So, and again,
All right.
thank you.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Let's kick off with Benjamin from Quick Text on the impact of ChatGPT on the hotel chatbot landscape, a hot subject at the moment, AI. But my first question to you, Benjamin, is actually how would you define generative AI and ChatGPT, which is company from OpenAI?
Okay, so actually the first thing that that people should bear in mind is that when they hear an advice for someone talking about ChatGPT, they should ask to this person, what does GPT mean? Because you would probably put away 99% of the person that speak about ChatGPT. Okay, so just so that we are clear, if we are going to define the words, GPT means generative pre-trained transformers. A transformer, it's not from the movie. A transformer is like in AI what we call a neuron. Okay, so ChatGPT is a series of neurons that are pre-trained to generate text. Okay, so this is the first part of the answer. Do you want to dive in a little bit more?
Yes, of course. I think for the audience, it would be great to have not a detailed scientific view on what is generative AI, but in your own words, what is AI today?
So if you want to understand generative AI, you need to understand what is conversational AI. Okay, so until November 2022, the only AI that was available was called conversational AI. And here's the idea: is you focus your AI effort in understanding what the customer wants to ask about. What is the customer intent? Okay, so you get what the customer wants and you link it to what we call an intent, or you can see it as a little drawer where there is an answer, and you just understand what the customer wants, search the answer in the drawer, and serve the answer to the customer. This is conversational AI. With generative AI, you still have the part where you're trying to understand what the customer wants, but you have to generate the answer instantly. It's not kind of a pre-established answer. It's an answer that is based on, okay, I have a set of data. What is the most probable answer that will come out of this set of data? So in short, you use the AI to have some, let's say, creativity every time and find out, if you ask what is the check-in time, what is the most probable answer to that based on the information you have, and you generate this answer every time someone asks for it. So the good thing is that the answer is always very personalized and original. The little bit less good thing is that sometimes the AI will be a little bit too original. And this is what we call an hallucination. Okay, so generative AI is great in all aspects, but sometimes you have to know that when you generate an answer, ChatGPT or any generative AI for that matter, is not so much concerned about the truth. It is concerned about what is likely to be true. So if I ask, I have lost my watch at the hotel, it is totally possible that the chatbot will answer, I've not found it. So that's why when you consider ChatGPT, you should not be considering that it is the alpha and the omega, because yes, you will have always very beautiful answers, but if you don't take care, very soon these answers will be either hallucinations. If the chatbot thinks that it is unlikely that you have found this element in the room, then he will define it as I've not found it. Or, and that is probably going to link us a little bit more to the topic of today, if ChatGPT doesn't have the right set of information, it will just be all the time finding very beautiful ways to say, I don't have the information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So,
Yeah.
So this is...
And yeah.
Sorry, go for it.
It's very interesting. And how do you train that machine actually? And maybe what's the link with quick text? How did you learn to use AI with the platform?
Okay, so quick text has been like in this market for 7 years now. Okay, historically we've always worked with conversational AI. We have been experimenting with ChatGPT for the last year or so. Okay, and we are using it only in specific use cases, because what we find out is that in general, conversational AI is enough for what you expect from virtual assistants today. Okay, so you only need to use ChatGPT or for that matter any other kind of generative AI, because ChatGPT is not the only one in the market. But you only have certain use cases where today generative AI adds value. It's when you have 2 questions at a time, for example, because when you're asking a conversational AI, it goes in a drawer and it searches one answer. So when you need to put 2 answers in one reply, you want to use generative AI. Okay. Option number 2, it is when you have a very, very long answer and you want to shorten it a little bit. Okay. And the third time is when you need to have context. When someone is asking 3 times the same question, it's probably because inside the answer is not finding the element that he's looking for. Because what we have seen is that when there is an answer that can be a little bit long, people are less and less able to find the information they want. Okay, we're becoming stupider and stupider. Okay, so that is why you would probably use generative AI. Okay, so conversational AI has extremely good accuracy. You might, for today's use cases, you might want to use generative AI to improve it by 5-7%, like for the limit use case I've given. But more interestingly, it's actually that technology is not a product, it's a process. Okay, so if you take into consideration time, okay, we know that the phenomenon of hallucinations is going to be dealt with and will probably very soon go below 1%. Okay, so then you become able to do very interesting things. You become able to go beyond the use cases you cover today, which is the chat on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and these kind of things. You become able to answer emails. You become able to answer by voice, because before generative AI, as I was saying, you search an answer inside a drawer, and if someone asked about the check-in, you could have an answer of 50 words. Okay, with generative AI, what time is or what time is check-in? Check-in is at 2 p.m. Can I have an early check-in? Yes, you can have an early check-in for this price. Okay, so this opens new use cases. Okay, and now, like, we are one step closer. I'm speaking as an industry. I would not presume to be the only one. Okay, but what's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 years, and now it's something that we will not be able, that is certain. Okay, is that chatbots will be less and less relevant. Okay, and they will be replaced by the next generation, which is avatars. Okay, so a chatbot is a little drawing that you have on your website that answers question and answers. An avatar is a virtual worker. Okay, so what I mean by that is now, like, it is obvious to everyone that this will happen. I've explained to you that there is more and more use cases that become available to AI. And the question that I have more for the audience is, now that you know, I mean, if you know how to put two and two together, you know that AI becomes able to do what your call center is doing today. So you have two choices. Okay. Option number one, to bury your head in the sand as deep as you can. Okay. And option number two is, okay, starting to think about what your team, or how to train your team to, for example, instead of doing the job of what a chatbot is doing right now, which is answering the check-in time 200 times a day, or making a booking quote, okay? What can your staff do that no AI is able to do at the moment? Which is, for example, following up on the customers that didn't finish their booking, which is highlighting who are the customers that might have specific needs, and making sure that you personalize the offer to them, which, because the AI can only serve what is available in the system. What humans can do is they can bend the rules so that you can catch customers that at the moment you are ignoring, because you're answering the check-in time 200 times a day, and because you don't have the information about who might need help. Okay, and that is how you can redefine the job of your call center and your entire team. But one thing is for certain: if you don't move now, tomorrow it will be a little bit late, because it's like a new way of working, or it's like learning Spanish. You don't learn it from one day to the other, because tomorrow you're going on holiday to Spain. Okay, you need to take technology where it is now, learn how to use it while it grows up, because the more you wait, the more complex it will be for you to understand how it works, and to adapt it into your processes. I will finish with that. Last week, I was at WTM, and I was explaining all the things that AI could do today. And the person, like, she almost like started to cry, because she was not prepared.
She realized,
Yes.
the potential.
Like, there is this kind of moment when you say, "Oh shit, yes,"
So you started with a question for the audience, actually, and I'd like to bounce back on that. So the question was to the hoteliers, I think, or to the people listening to us. If you know more or less, what you can do with AI, and the amazing potential to use it for your operations, for your guest experiences, etc. So would you use it, or are you afraid of it, basically? Or would you replace your day-to-day human work with AI? I'm trying to resume a little bit what you said, Benjamin, for the audience, but if some people are interested to give us their opinion, or you guys, Daniel, Elena, please feel free to jump in. What is your view on AI?
Well, first of all, I want to say it's always a pleasure listening to Benjamin. A bit scary too, because he's quite an expert in all these themes and topics, and I'm certain that I'll probably say things that are more technically correct. He's a technician. I'm not, of course. But I see a lot of people actually very scared with artificial intelligence, like they're gonna finish with our jobs. And I mean, when the washing machine was invented, there were a lot of jobs that finished as well, but some other jobs came by, and I think we should see AI like an ally, not like the enemy. And in fact, it's helping us a lot in the job that we do, and it's helping our customers, and in the end, it's helping also guests, and we'll probably do it much more in the near future. He defined it perfectly. The fact that he mentioned the word pre-trained is very important, because a lot of what we do, or a lot of the use cases that we're implementing, have a lot to do with the context, with training the tool to get the proper answer. And once we do this, we'll reduce more and more these hallucinations that Benjamin mentioned before. And it's going to be very interesting for us. It's already saving time in our developers. It's already saving time in the content creators. It's helping me out. I must admit that I'm a bit skeptic with all these topics, and I use it in a very cautious way, because as Benjamin said, I've asked questions that gave me a very wrong answer or not very close to what I was looking for. But if you use the proper prompts, and that's, for example, a new job that's going to emerge very soon, the prompt engineer, it can really, really help you out. That doesn't mean that if you're not a programmer, you're going to be able to program, yes, with ChatGPT, for example. But if you are a programmer and you put in the proper prompts, it's going to help you out quite a lot, and it's going to save a lot of time. And this almost applies to every field. For instance, the last week we had the pleasure to receive here a Google team with their AI, which is BERT, as you all know. And we all work here in my office. We're very familiar with the Google ecosystem, and they were showing us some use cases of their AI regarding, for example, data analytics, and it's really astonishing. No? It's the potential is really, really huge. But again, it's a matter of context. I think that if we manage to give the proper context and offer the proper prompts, we're all gonna love AI instead of being scared of it. That's for sure.
Okay, to summarize everything in 2 sentences. One, AI is here to stay, so get used to it, or get out of the industry because you're finished. Okay. 2, basically, all AI, if you want to go even beyond the next 2-3 years, okay, at the end of the day, any AI will become able to give you a very satisfactory level of answering. Okay, the challenge will be the structuration of data. Okay, so what I feel is that most hotels are still in their infancy in terms of data structuration. For example, if I ask most of the hotel managers today, they are unable to find most of the information that customers are asking about and that the chatbot should be able to answer. Okay, but beyond everything, what is happening if you transcend the world of chatbots or technology? What is happening is that people are moving from computer mindset, which was sitting down and looking for content, and the only job of the hotel was to post the content somewhere and expect that people would find it because they have nothing better to do. Now we are at the mobile age, which is I interact with the content, and there will simply be a next stage, okay? Because technology is a process, not a product. And the next stage is immersive technology, okay? Where actually the customer is completely in a situation interacting with AI, for example, or with the content. You know, for example, I'm at the front desk and I am in front of an avatar. Okay, so now that you know all that, okay, you really need to decide what you're going to do, on which side you're going to take. Okay, because you have a place, okay, and this place needs to be redefined. But you can't redefine it if you don't learn to use the technology today, because you can't redefine what you don't know. Okay, so thank you very much. That is all for me. Good luck.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much, Ben, and stay here with us if you can a little bit, because we'd love to hear you more on other subjects. So right now we have Yongli from Lighthouse, formerly OTA Insight. And with Yongli, we're going to discuss how can hoteliers use their commercial platform to optimize RevPAR and hotel revenue. Ready? So how can hoteliers predict your market, Yongli?
Yeah, so thank you. For us, so I used to work in the hotel industry, especially also in the commercial platform. I think so. Especially after the Corona happened, it is getting more and more difficult to predict the market. So what's going on in the market? So all of the business structures, for example, before for a lot of cities, there are a lot of corporate business. For example, there's business travelers, but due to the Corona, it's a new era. So we don't need to travel that much, right? For example, we are doing this webinar here, and who are really still searching our market and who are still looking at the hotels and booking the flights to my destination. Those kind of forward-looking searching data, so are super important for the hotels to understand what we have, what are the potentials there, which are not booked yet. They are searching, but they are searching data. Every demand, we know that every demand begins with a searching data. So these are super important information for the hoteliers to understand where are the real potential for us. So and these other potentials are not booked yet at our competitors. That means it is the right timing for us to target those demand into my hotels before even my competitors are aware of it. Yeah.
And how can they make those smart pricing decisions then? How do you help them to find that data?
Yeah, so what we basically do, so this is also the reason why we rebranded our brand, so from OT Insight into the Lighthouse. So basically, the Lighthouse, why is that? The simple reason is that we have outgrown the tours, the benefits what we are offering the hoteliers. So we found this commercial strategy for the hotels. It is kind of a circle. So first of all, you need to understand what's going on in your market. So without knowing that, it doesn't really make sense for you to only changing your price, right? And so knowing your market, what's going on there, where are the potentials who are searching, and secondly, it's better to understand what's your competitors are doing. So we also encourage the hoteliers to look at your competitors' intelligence. So, okay, what promotions they are doing, what kind of what are the prices they are selling for which date, high season, low season, and promotions they are doing, what kind of pricing strategies they are doing. So that helps us to optimize our pricing strategy.
And those decisions need to happen quite quickly, right? Because
exactly.
A lot of events are happening.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why for us, so this is also like a kind of USP we are trying to keep. So the data quality. So this is live shopping is super important. We know that there's, as also Benjamin also mentioned before, there's so much going on and so quickly, and also like OTAs or the meta search, every data or every channels. So the pricing is being changing very quickly. Also the searching data. So if we're comparing the searching data today from yesterday, it's different. And also when we are looking throughout the day, there are maybe some my competitors change the price, so like 10 times already. And meta search and also the new generation, they are on their mobile app so all the time. So we also have learned for some destinations, so like more than 50% bookings are coming from a mobile app instead of the desktop. So these are all of the new trends. We needed to make sure that we get the real-time data. So yes, that's a very good question, and that's it's a valid point. So to get the real-time data from your market and from your competitors is super important.
And how can then the hotels leverage that data? And like in a sense, how does your tool help to do that maybe?
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So this is like, okay, we know in your market and we look at the strategies, pricing strategies from your competitors. So this is the way how we are going to adjust our pricing or so to implement new pricing strategies. But eventually, there are also so much going on, different channels. We also needed to understand across the different channels. So how can we make sure that we are optimize the revenue? Like how can we, for example, understand the cooperation, optimize our cooperation with those OTAs, wholesalers, in order for us to have a parity. So they are also like a tool for us, important to understand across the channels. Is that our strategy in line? And if it is not, so that we can quickly take actions, talk to our partners and our agencies and also wholesalers, so that we make sure everything is in line. And after that, we also need to analyze our the performance what we have, right? The data in our systems, PMS. So all of the strategies, knowing our market, after that we have adjusted our pricing strategy. After that, the performance I'm having, and the bookings I received, is that in line with my strategy. So, and where are the business drivers? For example, some destinations, before there were a lot of fairs, but now because of the corona, some fairs moved to other countries, or the size of the fairs itself has been shrinked. And how can we make sure where are the new, identify these new business drivers? For example, maybe one company just started a new project in my market. So how can I make sure that I see that the project is there, and I can start the conversation as early as possible in order for them to look at my hotel before they go to the other hotels? And how can I be quickly updated? So what kind of new events is going to take place in my market? So those, I would encourage also the hoteliers to look at your data and the bookings, so to use the BI tools to help you understand. So where are the new drivers and where you are losing the business? This is we're also receiving a lot of cancellations, especially after the pandemic. So more and more, because every bookers would like to have a more flexible cancellation policy. So understand your bookings and where are the new business drivers, and also look at the cancellations you are receiving. So, we always see that it is much easier for you to bring a cancellation back than acquiring a new business. So there's no reason for you not to look at this. We also like, for example, to look at the lead time of the cancellations, so that you can take the action as quick as possible, especially for the sales team, for example, so that you can, maybe sometimes they just cancel the business because they know this is a group I'm not going to, it will not take place as scheduled, because since I have the cancellation policy, I mean a flexible cancellation with the hotel, I want to cancel it first. However, they know already maybe in 4 months or 6 months it will take place again. But how can we make sure that they are not, they to let them rebook it with us, postponed with us, instead of simply canceling it and comparing open to the market to the competitors again.
Yeah, very good tips here. If there are any hoteliers or channel managers listening, revenue managers, sorry, listening to us on the call today, do you have any questions for Young Lee? I guess you are more speaking to revenue managers, right, Young Lee, on this aspect. Yeah.
Maybe one question that is extremely difficult at the moment. I see that with rate shoppers, how can you find, for example, the price that a customer really has to pay? Because when you have loyalty programs such as Booking Genius, like I will tell you the story of a group that we will call Hotel Group, okay? Because I'm still signing my contract, so I will not screw it up now. But let's say that this hotel group, they were certain that they were applying price parity with Booking.com. And actually, I'm a Genius level 2, and I have a 30% discount compared to their price on their website. How can you, as a rate shopper, detect these disparities that are hidden behind, let's say, a sort of a loyalty program? Or is it not possible at all?
Yeah, this is a great question. So yes and no. So I think this is also like a feedback that we have heard a lot from our hotel users. And basically, our rate shopper, we could detect the genius level, like I think it's called like level 1. It is like 10%. So basically, we could detect whether that hotel is in the Booking Genius or so Expedia rewards program, and in this 10%, the first level. However, it is still, we also could have, we have like a kind of rate strategy tab, so where you can see not only what's going on, but also like aggregated data for the next 90 days. So for them to understand, okay, loyalty programs, hotelbrand.com loyalty discount, how much is it? And also Booking Genius, and also the Expedia rewards. So for the future strategy from those hotels, my competitors, and whether they are in the program. it is I would say super practical for the hotels to understand not only what they are doing day by day, but also generally their future strategy for the next 90 days. So to understand which are the pricing promotions or strategies that my competitors are doing while I'm not doing it. And especially after this Genius and rewards discount, potentially they are getting even a cheaper price. However, for this further levels, so for example, this 20%, as you mentioned, it is, I think technically so far, it is hard for us to detect it because this is the price that you can only see it once you log into it. So we have got some feedbacks regarding that. I think our technical team and engineer team is working very hard on top of it. We would like to find a solution, but so far it is definitely a task for us. Hope I answered your question.
Yeah, well, I would like to add that I think we must be true to ourselves at certain point. Parity is not really possible in 100%. That's a fact. But you need to think on the group of people that are gonna book, not on the specific user that has the Genius 2 level, because you're never gonna reach that. Maybe the person that's booking at your website at certain point hasn't even booked any time in booking, so the information is gonna be much more accurate. Of course, if your tool is able to detect basic or Genius level 1, that's something good that that's a good piece of information that you're gonna keep the hotel. But it's impossible when it comes to a logging, and there's so many different levels to actually keep the exact price for every different user. But it's a matter of being true to ourselves and not lying to your clients or to your customers, because of course you can control parity, or you can have other tools different to a rate shopper. For example, we work with Parity Maker, which is a tool that equals the price real time when the user makes the search. But again, it's gonna equal the price to the price that booking is showing at that certain point. You're talking about Genius, but there's a bank or Booker King that come to deals with booking, and they're gonna give them an additional 10% yes for buying Big Mac, and basically that's impossible to detect. But if you're detecting 90% of the cases, that's a lot of information that you give in the hotel. And once a user goes into booking and begins growing within the loyalty levels, it's going to be really hard to get him out from the booking spider net, to call it some way. I think we should put a lot of our effort in the first booking, and once we get the guests to our hotel, then make sure that it's our net that they don't actually leave. But it's it's impossible to detect those kind of levels with the current tools.
Yeah, thank you for adding that. So this is definitely like the good point. So so there are some things, as you said, so maybe it is impossible for us due to the reasons, different reasons. And also I think so this is for when we talk about a parity, it is also for the users. There are also different users. So for chain hotels, for example, global chains. So and also when we look at from my own hotel, what is my parity strategy? So for example, most hotels, so chain hotels, I would say, so maybe they would never offer any further discount on those OTAs. So if I'm part of the chain, so maybe I would never offer, so this entry level 1, it is a maximum I would give. But for individual hotels, or especially when you are local chain, maybe you would like to offer different discounts in order to get your hotel to attract more travelers to your hotel, because when you are competing with your chain hotels competitors, from the brand here, it is less famous than those one. So I think so for it is a very when we are talking about the parity, it's definitely a very complex and topic. There, it is sometimes we feel like it is okay when we are doing something, when we improve the data functionalities, but maybe the OTAs and especially Meta, if we extend the topic to wholesalers, it could be even more difficult to find out whether the price showing there, displaying there, whether it is really like a price available. Sometimes it's just like they are there try to get more searchers or like visitors to bring this traffic to their own channel. You would only know the price, whether the price is a real price you could available if you do a test booking, right? Yes, so I think so. Yeah, for us from our perspective, we want to provide the most accurate like lifetime data to cover the generic prices on the different channels, so that the hotels can use it depending based on your own strategy and also the competitor set you have for your market, so that you can understand what would be the best for you to leverage from the data you have to help you optimizing your strategies. For example, point of sales is also a new functionalities we improved in the last years to help the hotels even understand. So some hotels they even offer different discounts for particular countries, for the travelers in particular countries. So we also try to find a way to detect those prices. Okay, if, for example, a hotel in London, if your biggest sourcing country is USA, if among your competitors there are some individual hotels, so they would like to attract the travelers from the USA, maybe they are going to offer special price for those IP, right? When you book via.com. Yeah, so this is a lot of information for the hotel users to use and to leverage. Yeah, we are trying to offer more and more, and there are, as you said, in the reality, there are definitely also something maybe in the near future, or it is impossible for us to detect.
Thank you so much, Yang Li and Daniel, for that great question. Next is Luis, who actually also has an important topic we wanted to discuss around clean client data and segmentation. So Luis, do you want to tell us a little bit more about that, and how do you do that with DH maybe?
Hello everyone again. So yes, I think it's an important topic nowadays. It's something that has been discussed for the last, 4 or 5 years, more or less. Benjamin, quick thought on that the data from the hotels are a mess. So it's just in his recent what he was talking, and I think it's really important right now actually to have a clean data in our hotels. When I say this, because everyone at the moment wants to drive direct reservations, segmentations, etc. And everything sounds perfect. Everything is great, and everything. And I think it's the way that hotels should do. But we need to start from the bottom. It's like building a house. You cannot start a house from the roof. We need to start the house from the bottom. And to do it, we need to really have a clean database of everything, the clients that we did have, which reasons they come from, how many times they have been, what they like, what they don't like, etc. All of that information. So what I mean with this is, so basically what we have been doing lately, well, not lately, we have been developing from the CRM to a CDM that we called it a Centra Data Management. Basically, we are trying to pull in all the information that we have from all the past customers, future customers that coming from the CRS, PMS, RMS, CROs, call centers, etc. And from that point of view, we clean it all. So we try to clean all the information of every past customer or future customer, and to build it into profiles. So, and I know that there is probably many hoteliers here. How many duplicates, triplicates, quadruplicates exist in the PMS? Several. So most likely what you want to do, it's one, clean it all. Make it. How many unique profile customers do we have here? That's one of the most important things. And second, segmentation of those profiles. Are they coming here on corporate only? Are they coming here on leisure? They are coming for sports. They are coming for what? They are coming over. Are they a customer from the group, or if it's a group, are they coming every year at the same time? It's another important thing that we need to actually know. The third thing is interests. And the AI helps a lot in here as well. We need to know what they are looking for. So basically, let's imagine marketing teams wants to use campaigns, newsletter campaigns to attract customers, but are you going to send the same newsletter to every single customer? Probably not. What we are going to do, all of us here, if right now in our email nowadays, we just put unsubscribe in everything because you get thousands of emails every day that you don't even read and delete it. So what we try to do out here is send the right emails with the right topics to the right people. So for that, we need to know their interests. Do they like sports? Do they like gastronomy? Are they flying over every year, I don't know, for the Formula One in Barcelona? Are they coming over every year at the same time for golf, beach resorts? We need to know what they want. That's important. Or even if it's corporate, they are going, this group is flying every year in business to this destination, to one of the hotels of our group or not. So we need to really find that. From there, we need to start as well. We have a database cleaned. We have some interest of the customers. We need to start to receive all kind of reservations for future customers. So why? Again, everyone wants to drive direct reservations. Perfect, and seems really good. But everyone wants the emails of the people, and they want to reach out customers before they get into hotel. Why? To do upsells, to do upgrades, to touch base with hotels. So with what we are trying to do with this tool is at least reach out to the customer, getting the information of the customer, and before they arrive in, they can start to do the pre-check-ins, they can start to do upgrades, upsells, everything. So maybe when they arrive to the hotel, they already have the check-in done. So here, Mr. Benjamin, here you have your keys and your favorite room, as always you like to be at 105 rooms. So here we go, this is for you. So this is the kind of the approach at this moment that the customers want to do. And this will simplify as well the receptionist, the front desk. We know nowadays that we have lack of people. There is no people to work nowadays. There is a lot of people rounding and turning around in this industry. So this will make it much easier and faster people to arrive, to do the check-ins, at least at the same time have the personal touch. Why? Because they can look to the profile of that person. You have been here, you like this, you like that. Yeah, you like this room and you had that attention. Why? Because you have access to all of that information from the past and for the future. And again, afterwards you get as well for questionnaires, upsell during this day, etc. So resuming all of this, what we can do, because right now I'm going to have a resume of this. So one thing, I can help Benjamin because we'll get the right intelligence and the right data. Use AL for the customers because they know what customers are looking for each segmentation, because there is a pattern. This segmentation likes this, other segmentation, the other one, there is a pattern. I can probably help Yanni in terms of segmentation of revenues and etc. for each kind of hotel, each kind of kind of person, etc. And I can even probably help out Daniel in Priority Tech to drive direct reservations, so they know when to attract which customers, which clients, which locations to push. So I think the data, it's the most important thing at the moment to keep growing. The next AL thing, because I think it's the future, but I think there is still a lot to do from the scratch, so that can grow and develop into the next step.
Very interesting. I mean, this is, I mean, a dream for every hotelier, right? To have everything in one place, the centralization. So actually, hoteliers don't have anything to do as soon as they have this centralized platform. You connect to the PMS, you pull the data from all these different sources, and then they can just sit back and relax, and they don't have to clean everything. It does it automatically, correct?
Not at all. Not everything. You can do.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. So please tell us how it works a little bit,
Yeah.
because that's also what they want to know,
Yeah,
Do they
there
need
is a
to
few
develop
things
another
you can,
integration? Do they
of
need to?
course.
Yeah.
There is a lot of things that you can do automated. You can set up automated emails. You can set up automated newsletters, everything. But you need to analyze data. And if you have that data, you need to use it, because that data is not only about the revenue that comes from the room. It's always as well revenue that comes from restaurants, F&B, spas, extras, and that is really important nowadays. We know that many hotels in major cities, mostly, or well, even small, that F&B revenue is much higher than the room. Let's example of Las Vegas. Rooms are almost for free, but that customer spends a lot of money in casino. So let's give him the room for free. So it's important to analyze that data, and it doesn't do it automatically. It gives you, and after you need to work from that data.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Very good. Any questions for Luis in this new product? Let me look at the audience. Richard just joined. Hi, Richard. Do you have any questions for Luis, Richard? Yes. What about NFT? So it's growing really fast on airlines. What do you think about this technology for hotels, or at least hotel chains?
Yeah, it's already here.
Okay, so blockchains. Let's go.
I think it's already here, and Benjamin, you're more tech, and you are more in front than I am. That's for sure. But NFTs are already here, and I think that sooner or later, if they're in airlines, meaning that within 5-6 years we'll be in hospitality. So that's the path of the hospitality industry, especially for chains. I think for now it will be for mostly groups and chains.
Yes, or I've heard also some, booking engines now selling a resellable rates through NFTs and all of that. I mean, interesting perspective. But then again, you need to hold a portfolio of NFTs, and that's not everybody who also has that at the moment.
Hi there, this is the session here. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone. Just concerning the blockchain, I would like to have also the position from Benjamin, because looking at NFT for hotels, we know that even today, hotels, we have a lot of hotels that don't have a good website, don't have even channel managers, and we have a lot of them without a booking engine, for example. So when we speak about NFT for airlines, it's quite easy, because then you can resell it and everything. But how you think this will impact with the blockchains, but in hotel industry, maybe talking about big chains of hotels or those that have a good infrastructure, and how you think in the market this will impact. Also, we have Parity Tech here that have booking engine, have the edge that booking engine, if they think already about this. And I would like to have your clarification for all of you, if that's possible, please.
Okay, so I'm not an expert. I have invested in some blockchain companies that have gone bust. Okay, so blockchain NFT, I think it's probably something that will not come from big groups. Okay, because they have so much legacy technology. Like, they are, if you think about large groups, you have a technology that is so huge and so old that they cannot remove. Okay, so I don't think that innovation will necessarily come from them. It will come from actors. So if you think about payment system, it would be payment gateways, etc., tokenization, and fine. Okay, it will come from third-party companies. That's point number one. And point number two, blockchain is not a sales argument. Okay, this kind of technology will be used when there is a real benefit for the mass users. Okay, because what people want is they want to pay easily. So the technology that is behind is probably not what the customer is interested in. Is what are the possibilities that this technology offers that is extremely attractive, easy to integrate if I am a third party, and cheap. Okay, at the moment, blockchain is probably not meeting all these criteria.
I completely agree with you. And Daniel, you I think you wanted to jump in earlier on the subject as well.
Yes, it was regarding what you said about booking engines that are offering the possibility of reselling rooms via NFT. I think with technology, there's the people that create it and there's the people that use it. As long as it is not easy to use, it's not going to be a success. I mean, we're familiarized with this technology. We are capable of implementing it, and we're just waiting to see how effective it is actually for guests and how many real guests are going to use this technology and then consider if it's worth the cost of implementing it and worth the time of developing it, etc. I know booking engines that say that this functionality is already 10% of their direct sales. That's hard to believe. In the same way, when Metaverse came out, it was difficult to make a success of something that implied buying a 400 euros device, which a lot of people is not going to be able to buy. Even booking engines have immersive booking processes that were prepared for these devices. But in the reality, they're not being used that way. They have other ways, like the digital twins that we've implemented in our own booking engine that, of course, helps has brought a different way of doing revenue. And you forget about room types, and you start beginning to sell specific rooms, and you set the price according to where they're placed, or if they're close or far away from the beach or from the pool. And that it's certainly a great change. And we have these partners, Hotelverse, working really hard on that. But again, that was thought to be a much more immersive process. Like Benjamin was saying in the beginning, customers were intended to be walking through the hotel, and they could walk from the room to the beach. But again, it requires a device that it's still very, very expensive and that hardly anyone has. So what happened with Metaverse? It's almost dead, at least at this point. Let's see what happens in the near future. So we are familiarized with the NFT reselling options of the rooms, and I think it might have an option in the near future, but not until it's made easy for guests. As you said, you need to have like the technology. I bought myself the other day, some bitcoins of it's called Maricoin. It's a bitcoin it's a coin from the LHTB collective, and it was tough to actually take it to my wallet, and all the technology that was implied in just getting this little amount of investment into a secure place. It took me a lot of time, and I'm more or less familiarized with technology. So I think they need to work on that. Once it is easy, I see a lot of potential in this. There's people probably even seeing business in buying a room with the intention of selling it in the near future, not even thinking about staying in that room. And I think it's a win-win model. Hotels win and guests can win as well, but it has to be easier.
Yeah, and to close off, maybe Yang or Yang Li or Luis, do you want to finish on that or to conclude?
Well, I was just wanted to say a sentence in terms of the blockchain. I think blockchain is much more than only payments. It's a footprint of us. I think it's not going to be only on hospitality. I think it will be the future, midterm. I'm not sure. I don't think, but everything is going really fast. But in the midterm, I think that it's our footprint. Everything that we will do will be inside of the blockchain. I think most of us will know blockchain because of Bitcoins and payments, but I think it's not only that. There is so many things that blockchain allows us to do that I believe, and that's my belief, and I don't know anything compared to I think it will be the future.
That's true. That's totally true. Okay. Well, moving on from blockchains to AI again, with Danielle, we'll deep dive a little bit more around the current uses and use cases of AI with your tool with Parity Tech. Okay, what is the potential that you find with AI?
Okay, I think it's an interesting question, not because I'm an expert in AI, which I'm not. We got Benjamin for that. But we got a lot of customers asking us about ChatGPT and AI and what we're doing about that. And again, it's very related to what I just said. They hear about this, they don't understand what it is, but they want it. And they're constantly asking us. So what we're saying, first of all, is a little bit of back to basics, because most of these hotels don't even have a CRM, like Martin's, don't even have a correct rate structure in the hotels. They don't gather data in a proper way. They don't have loyalty clubs. They don't identify clients when they call to the hotel or when they write an email. And this is really bad. I mean, they're thinking about implementing new things, and they don't even have the basics. So the first thing I always answer when they ask me about this is, do you have your basics covered? And as Yang said, it's all a matter of strategy. You might want to sell all direct, or you might don't want to sell all direct. But whatever is your choice, you have to be prepared for that, and you have to build a correct strategy. But if I'm really willing to answer this to the hotels, I would say that we're actually working on a lot of stuff regarding AI, and in different levels. There's the part that affect us directly as developers, our technicians or our developers. Then there's the part that helps our designers and content creators. And then there's the part that saves hotels when it comes to putting content into the websites that we create, or if they want to upload a new offer or create a new section, we're working on that too. And in the end, there's a part that also benefits the guests, because AI can also help guests receive what they're really searching for. So what are we using it nowadays? As I said, our developers already save around 30% of their time using tools such as ChatGPT, for instance. Our content creators and designers also save a lot of time creating contents. But again, the context, as I said in a few questions behind, is very important. The first thing that we do with every new hotel, it's give the tool the context. We explain the tool, what the hotel does, where it is, what are the value proposals, or etc., etc. So that way, when you want to create content with AI, the tool has the context and it's going to give you a much more accurate answer, and it's certainly going to save you time when it comes to creating new contents that, of course, you're going to have to go through them and probably modify them. We don't want all of our content to come from AI, but if it saves time, why not? We can use it as well. No? And what we find more interesting is data analytics. And this part is really, really astonishing, because we get data from our booking engine, we get data from the websites that we put on a robot to get the information for a rate shopper, or for a rate check tool, or for a priority maker tool that I talked before. And all this data has to be reviewed and has to be analyzed very meticulously to be able to get to highlights or conclusions that are really going to help the hotel when it comes to making decisions. And AI has a lot to do with this. I mean, 10 years ago, you needed to go making manual searches in Booking, in Expedia, in every search to compare the prices. Then the rate shopper appeared, and we had all this done for us, and you had it all in a dashboard where you could check all this information, like Jan said, in their tool, for example, or Pricey for a rate shopper. But now we go a step forward, and there's going to be a tool that's going to be able to analyze all that information and give you highlights and give you really, really important conclusions of what's happening with your booking engine, with your availability, with the searches of your users in your website, with your distribution channels. And this is, I think, the greatest thing that I've seen in the latest times regarding AI. And I think we're going to make a difference with this tool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Use of AI for content, high mana, automatization, welcome bots, of course, marketing, e-commerce, revenue management, sales. Yang Li, maybe you want to also intervene here because
yeah. So definitely, I really want to echo here. So like one point Daniel mentioned. So it is also kind of based on my own experience. So when I was working at the hotel as director of sales, I was in charge also for the marketing for that property. I think so. Yes. So AI, even I'm not an expert at all at AI, but I think I'm pretty sure that there are lots of the AI could help us. So for content, for analyze, and for like a sales, marketing, revenue management to save a lot of us time. So as we all know, especially after the pandemic, so there are two biggest challenges for the hotel industries. So first of all, a lot of hotels, so they are understaffed. So even now, after maybe 1 year, this situation has not really been improved a lot. So secondly is there are so many informations there, like data's there. So the bigger your hotel is, and the bigger chain your hotel belongs to, so there are more systems you are using, there are more data you are using. But how can we have a tool to help us so turn the data into the actionable data, so to save a lot of time, especially when I'm not having enough staff in the hotel for all of the departments. And also sometimes you easily get lost, right? So we needed something to help us to do maybe a first step analyze, so that we can save us a lot of time to have a quicker or better drive a quicker and better ROI for all the investment we have given.
And I think to make it a little bit more clear, because we all seem to understand, the value of using AI. What are the top tips? We can do a roundtable, each of you guys to start also closing up. Top tip for hoteliers who would want to get AI ready. It's not that easy. We talked about hallucinations with ChatGPT. There are mistakes. They're building the machine and all of that. So what advice would you give to hoteliers if they would want to turn their property into an AI machine?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought we were using the same order. So,
Yeah.
well, the first idea is don't try to build it yourself. It's like people that build PMS in the 2000. It's an extremely bad idea because the cost of development of this kind of tool is extremely high, and the quantity of data that is needed is extremely high. You can look at Hilton, for example, or NH. They've tried and they failed miserably. You have a second thing, which is so try to work with a provider that is specialized in the industry, because it will not only provide the tool, it will also know what data are needed to make the tool work. And point number 3, don't add a chatbot to add a chatbot. Try to link this kind of technology with the rest of your strategy. For example, a chatbot is not just a glorified FAQ that you add to your hotel because it's beautiful. For example, it can be the start of a strategy to collect customer data, because every time a customer speaks to a chatbot, you collect data in less than 1 minute. You get name, email, phone number, dates of stay, key interests. You can guide these people automatically to the booking engine. What role are you going to give to your staff? Maybe proactively following up on the leads that didn't convert inside the booking engine. So don't see the chatbot as just an add-on, but see it as the origin or the enabler of a new strategy, because this way you will prioritize it more, and you will obtain more value from this kind of technology.
Luis, you want to come forward with a top tip for hoteliers?
Yeah. More or less, it's what Benjamin was saying. Not use the technology just to use it. I think it's one of the most important things that hoteliers need to understand, and I'm not saying it's all, but I still know many that they just have different tools to have them, but they need not only use them, but to connect them with the other ones that make it works much better. And as I was mentioned before, talking about AI, I think to move to AI, they need to clean the house first and make it ready to do it. Because if not, they will fail. They will fail and they will spend money for nothing. I think that's my recommendation.
Great. Young Lee.
Hi, I think a lot has been covered. I would say like keep your mind open, so like open-minded. So embrace the new technology, and so have a look at it, what it could bring you, right? So don't think about already have any thoughts before you see it in your mind. So that open yourself and look at it. So before you make any decisions.
It's a very good point. Stay open-minded. And Daniel?
Well, yeah, it's been all said more or less, but I always say that technology is not the goal. Technology is the means to achieve something. We got customers that have a rate shopper but haven't generated a report in 5 years, or haven't accessed the login, the tool in 3 years, and then they require you, hey, you didn't send me this information. And it was like, you got like daily reports, you don't even look at them, right? So yeah, it all comes to the same point. Technology is one part of the strategy, and it only makes sense if it actually suits your strategy. So if you have a contact center, a call center, it makes sense maybe to try to implement AI to respond like 90% of the queries, which are normally information queries and not booking. Like the best conversion rate of a call center, which is much higher than any website, might be around 10%. That means that 90 calls out of 100 are not intended to finish in a booking. They only want an answer to a certain question. So it makes sense to put AI there, and that will make your agents much more profitable. So I will apply this same strategy to any field regarding direct sales or hotel commercialization.
Thank you, Daniel. I really like also the comment of Mana Planner in the comments. Hire a specialist or train your marketing person in prompted commands. I mean, the future of work is also with people who know how to use these tools. It's maybe not actually only about replacing their jobs, but advancing their skills. And so, yeah, I think we will finish up on that. If there is no more questions from the audience and from you guys. So thank you all for being here, Yang Li, Daniel, Benjamin, and Luis. You can connect with those amazing speakers and professionals on LinkedIn, and we'd love to, maybe Vinicius is coming. Oh, sorry. Hotel Tech needs to consolidate hotels, especially independent ones, need cost-effective 360 tech partners. Each different platform means a bigger budget, bigger training, bigger synchronized issues.
Hello, everyone.
Vinicius is joining us.
We are running out of time. I have only 3 minutes. First of all, thank you so much, Eva, for your moderation. Thank you so much, Benjamin, Louis Martin, Daniel Romero, Yang Li to be here. Elena has an issue, a technical issue, so she couldn't be here. So tomorrow we have more travel tech coming up. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much to be here. I'm gonna pass for all of you to say goodbye. Like this, you have 30 seconds to say goodbye. Yang Li, we'll start with you, please. You're mute, I think.
It's a discreet goodbye.
Hi, sorry. Thank you very much for having me here today again. And thank you very much for all of the audience here listening to me today. And if you have any questions regarding a commercial platform, feel free to reach out to me anytime. And also great to meet you, the partners here, and to get to know you, and also a lot of inspirational ideas from you guys. I really learned a lot. So thank you.
Thank you so much to be here, Young Lee. Daniel Romero, all yours.
Oh yeah, the same. Thank you very much, Eva. Thank you for your fantastic moderation. Benjamin, it's always a pleasure listening to you. Luis, thank you very much for everything you said. Yeah, it was very nice being here. And Vinicius, of course, for counting on us once again. And hope to see you soon in the near future.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Benjamin, your turn.
Okay, so enough talk. Now let's act. Bye, guys.
Okay, then. So the last one, no, not the last one. Louis Martin, your time.
Right. Just to thank you all again for the opportunity to discuss with this in this panel. It was a great time that I spent here with these top guys, and I hope to see you soon in person again.
Thank you so much, my dear.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care. Bye.
Welcome to Travel Tech EMEA 2023, where the transformation begins. By becoming a sponsor at Travel Tech, you'll gain access to an exclusive platform to showcase your brand to a global audience. Here's why you should sponsor our event. Travel Tech provided knowledge to more than 167 countries. Travel Tech is the largest online event in the travel and hospitality industry, reaching the milestone of over 1,500,000 unique impressions in its events. Delivering to the world knowledge, free education, inclusion, and effective networking for evolution in the industry. Being an excellent means of showcasing your brand. Over 80,000 people attended our live events, generating more than 19,000 hospitality and travel-focused leads. Meet the sponsors of Travel Tech EMEA 2023.
In the bustling world of hotels, guests expect prompt, courteous service from booking to check-in, all the way to check-out. Meanwhile, the front desk is overwhelmed with emails, phone calls, check-ins, and guest requests. Introducing Guest Chat, a virtual assistant that helps your staff answer guest questions instantly via chat, 24/7, with a multilingual, fine-tuned white glove service. From booking to check-in, all the way past checkout. Join the revolution in hospitality service. Elevate your guest experience with Guest Chat today.
Analyze only a competitive set, or the total set. Study only prices, or 116 factors. Launch only one price, or 60 different ones. Do you prefer to fill only your accommodation, or your bank account too? Turbo Suite, the next generation of revenue management.
Welcome to the future of hotel marketing with HS Latam. Our self-managed, easy-to-edit websites are designed to captivate and convert visitors into customers. High-standard website with top 1 speed in the world. Elevate your online presence with our digital marketing solutions. Reach the right audience at the right time. Optimize your sales strategy to maximize revenue and efficiency. And with our advanced Power by Analytics, track your success and make data-driven. HS Latam. Transforming hotel marketing worldwide. Introducing Travel Tech Academy, a platform offering free courses designed to share valuable knowledge from the best professionals in the travel and hospitality industry. Our mission is to provide inclusive learning opportunities for those who may not have the means to gain qualifications otherwise. With Travel Tech Academy, you'll have access to top-notch resources and insights that can help propel your career in the travel and hospitality sector. Over 3,500 professionals have already taken the course on our platform, acquiring knowledge and improving their professional profile. Many professionals, through Travel Tech Academy courses, have managed to find better job opportunities in the job market. For more information, visit traveltechacademy.com. And to become a sponsor of Travel Tech, get in touch through our website, traveltechspace.com, or by email at geraldo@traveltechspace.com. Travel Tech, what else?